In this geography snippet, I'm going to briefly explain to you the three different processes of weathering. Weathering, of course, is the breakdown of rock in situ, or where it is. So the first type of weathering we're going to look at is chemical weathering, and that's where the chemical composition of the rock changes as the rock reacts with water. So the water in question can be seawater or rainwater. The seawater and rainwater contains carbon dioxide, and this means that it makes a very weak carbonic acid. Now, carbonic acid, when it comes into contact with certain types of rock, which has got calcium in it, enables it to be able to dissolve. So seawater and rainwater with CO2 creates carbonic acid, and that carbonic acid reacts with the calcium carbonate in rocks such as limestone, and that can actually then cause the rock to break down. The second type of weathering we're going to briefly look at is biological weathering. Now, biological weathering is where the rock is broken down because of things like animals or vegetation. Probably the easier one to explain to you is vegetation. So within rocks where you have cracks, you may get from time to time little seeds from plants. Those seeds from plants can grow and they can germinate, and as they grow and as they germinate within that crack in the rock, they can sometimes flourish. Obviously, flourishing plants, their root systems are going to grow. As their root systems grow, so the plants can become bigger, it means that those roots are going to need to take up more space, and in order to do that, those weeds actually widen and they break down the rock. They cause the rock to be able to break and to fracture because as they grow, their roots take up more space. The third type of weathering that I'm going to explain to you very briefly is mechanical weathering. Now, you'll probably be familiar with mechanical weathering because you come across the idea of freeze, thaw. Now, because we are in this series of videos specifically looking at coastal geography, the mechanical weathering is most common actually relates to breakdown of the salt crystals which form as the sea enters the cracks and then the water is evaporated. So, as we have seawater, maybe the tide comes in, and the seawater gets into the cracks, okay, fills them up, and then the sun rays beat down, and as the seawater recedes and the water evaporates, leaves behind the salt crystals. Now these salt crystals actually expand as they are formed, and then obviously this process is repeated sort of process to freeze thaw, but in terms of cliffs and cliff faces, it's to do with the evaporation of the salt water, the formation of salt, and then the crack being widened